I'm Ian Brownlie from Alloa in Scotland. I'll be running Mo in this year's One Man and His Dog. I live with my wife and family on a 120 acre stock farm, and we have 600 cross sheep. The weather's quite unpredictable, and I think it gets worse as each year goes past. Farming can be a difficult life, but there are days that it gives you great satisfaction. I started running dogs when I was 11 years old and ran for 5 or 6 years, but became distracted as a teenager with the usual distractions, and came back to it in later life. Mo is 4 years old. She was bred here, bred her myself, and she's a great nature. She's got a very intelligent and good feel for the stock. I've 5 dogs that help me with everyday work on the farm. Their contribution's invaluable in a farm like this, but the work's never done. I've been lucky enough to have been in One Man and His Dog Young Handlers many years ago, but unfortunately I missed out when I won the Scottish National a few years back due to foot and mouth, so hopefully we'll make amends for it this year.
Well, what a lovely shot of Mo there to finish that little film on, and no doubt Mo will look quite similar at the end of this round. But Ian then to the post with Mo. Looks like she's going off to the right hand side. So Ian is International Supreme and Scottish National Champion of 2012, but with a different dog.
But what a talented fellow he is. It's
Indeed.
with another dog, but here I think it's his more consistent dog that he's running today, and she's called Mo.
It's quite deceptive, the length of this outrun, isn't it, Gus? I mean, we were up there this morning having a good look back to the commentary box, and it is quite some way.
Yes, it is, and it's rather wet down on the right-hand side. But she's come to the end of the outrun now.
Walk up.
Well, if you were watching the trial yesterday, it's a very similar start. So you've got the outrun where the dog runs all the way around the outside of the field and then arrives behind the sheep for the lift. You can see them there standing at the post, and then they have to move away from that nice and gently, and then this then starts the tempo for the rest of the round. So that a very, very nice lift indeed, and they'll walk all the way up the field and then through those gates that you can see in the centre of your screen.
Yes, that was very impressive. Those sheep were ready to challenge the dog, but she was up to the challenge. She didn't rush at them. She came on steady, and they backed off. They've turned, and now they're underway.
Judges' scores are in, and look at that. What a start. 20 out of 20 for the outrun, and then 10 out of 10 for that lift. And going on track beautifully here as well. On the fetch. A very calm aura, hasn't he, in the way he kind of transfers that energy across to the dog.
He does, and she's quite steady. But the sheep, every time they stop, they'll challenge the dog. They're a strange breed, this particular group. But this is nice. Nicely positioned to come through the fetch gates.
Look at that. Absolutely dead centre.
And that's good. But this the difficult bit. I think the most difficult part of the trial is going to be the next section.
Yeah, you see Mo running with 5 sheep at the moment. Well, that number is about to double as soon as they get to this white post just ahead of them. And yes, Gus, talk us through what the idea is from here, because this is the challenge, this very, very moment here.
Oh, that's good. That's an excellent start to the second outrun.
So that then a look back command, because there's a second set of sheep you can see at the top of the field that Mo had to turn around on his shoulder and then run all the way back to gather this second lot. So there you can see 19 out of 20 for that first fetch. Mo runs all the way back on a second outrun, and then there'll be points for another lift as well. So you can see Malcolm, our head of sheep, just at the very back of your shot with his dog Sam, who's just holding the second little flock there, and now they leave the field.
Now Ian's using his voice.
Going very well indeed. Look at this. Second outrun, second lift, 20-10.
He's using his voice to emphasise these commands to keep the sheep away from the second group, because they're going to pull like mad now to our right, as they want to join the other sheep. So this is why he's talking to her.
Here.
And now he's going to regroup the two lots of
Walk
sheep.
up. Hey, no. Walk up. How to go?
As you can see, some of the sheep
Walk up,
in that
good lad.
flock have red collars
Walk
on.
up,
There's actually
walk
3
up,
of
good
them
lad.
in the 10, and that comes into play a little bit further on in the trial, as you will see when we get to the shedding ring.
Now they're all grouped up nicely and coming towards Ian. He does use a combination of whistles and voice, and Mo reacts instantly to that.
Walk up.
A little bit of zigzagging as they come up towards him, and the danger point is going to be as they start to go onto the drive and come to this end of the fetch, they may well challenge the dog. This is where they were awkward yesterday for the brace men.
There's an awkward sheep on the outside there, Gus.
Walk
Look,
up.
oh,
Yes,
she's
she's
having a
stamping,
stamp.
she's going towards the dog. This is cheeky. But Mo's up to now. This is what we call power. The fact of that dog walking up to that sheep and backing her into the rest, and that was tremendous. It's a
Walk up
pity
there.
the judges can't give bonus points for that. That was brilliant.
Come on.
That was brilliant.
Walk up.
She's having another go, but I tell you what, Mo is saying no. I'm in charge.
And is she in charge? Now that's good. Many a dog would have flown in and either gripped the sheep or gone down the side of the other sheep. So that was really well done.
Lie down.
So the
Come by.
sheep then off and running onto the cross drive. The idea here is for Ian and Mo to drive the sheep away from themselves, look, through the first set of gates there, and then they'll cross horizontally, go right across in front of Ian to the second set of cross drive gates.
Well, this is a good line towards the first drive gates. They need to be turned now towards the right. Mo will be coming round. She's coming round the outside of the gates. All 10 sheep through the gates and turning now onto the cross drive.
Let's
Let's have a look for the second fetch. It's very good indeed. Look at that, 20 out of 20. Just 1 point dropped in the whole round so far.
Well, Scotland are really challenging now. My word, they might have started the lowest, but this is going to take some beating.
Yeah, Scotland were lying in 4th overnight. So this yesterday proved to be the most trickiest part of the course.
Yes, he's online, but the difficult bit is that Mo is on the inside. She's got to go right the way round when the time comes and turn the sheep fast to get them through those gates. There she is coming through the trees, coming round. It's
Walk up.
looking good.
By that
It's
was
looking
impressive.
very good. Oh, and another challenge at the back, but she's got to watch
That's
these
it.
others. Now that might let that back
That's it.
sheep have some
Here.
false confidence in
Away,
that
come
it
by.
thought she was walking away, but she was going on the commands
Get
to
up.
push the other
Walk up.
sheep round.
Walk
Here
up.
we are. Here she is challenging again. Go on, Mo.
Yes.
Nice and steady. Well, she is a bad,
Walk up.
awkward
There you go.
sheep, this one.
Walk up. Walk.
Oh,
Walk
up.
I'll tell. Oh, well,
then.
there was a little bit there of contact, but I think the judges might let it go because in it was actually a bit of self-defence, that, Gus.
It certainly was. It certainly was. It was hard work.
There you go.
that-
Keep low.
She did everything she could, but the
Lie
sheep
down.
was going to challenge
Away.
her.
Lie down. Come out.
Okay, so
Lie
now
down.
we have the
Lie
10
down.
sheep into this ring. The idea is to take one of the sheep with a red collar away from the rest of the bunch. So there's 3 in there with collars.
Stay.
As calm as you like. Ian will just gently pick his moment. Try and get a little bit of separation and then call
Way
Mo
back.
into him.
Listen, Mo.
And
Mo.
here's the one on the right.
Away.
There's 3 points
down.
lost on that
Get
cross
up.
drive.
Listen. Lie down. Away back. Away back.
So
Lie
4
down.
lost altogether so
Away back.
far.
Lie down. Lie down.
Incredibly impressive, and this looks good, Gus.
Come by. Lie down.
Well, the sheep have
Lie
got to
down.
stay within this ring,
Come
so
by.
he's right
Lie
on
down.
the edge
Lie
of the
down.
ring here.
Lie
They've
down.
got to be in when he calls Mo through for that single
Come by.
sheep.
Come by. Come by.
So he's going
by.
closer
Lie
now
down, Steve.
into the ring.
Away back. Lie down. Stay. Away. Lie down. Walk up this.
3.5
Listen.
minutes, Gus, left to single one of these off and
they're not going to be easy. These aren't going to be easy. They're tucking into the middle.
Get up. Lie down, lie down.
The instant he asks her through, she'll come, but it's just a matter of trying to prise this one ewe onto the end. It looks like he's in with an opportunity here.
Right, that's this. Get up. Get up.
But the other collared ewes come and she's facing the dog.
And it is just one that you're allowed to
take the one. Here he is, asked her in, and she's taken it. And the judges, I think, have accepted it. Sounded like it.
A wee back.
So that's good.
Walk up this side.
That's good.
So
Regroup the sheep in the shedding ring.
Time.
So Ian there just check his watch. So I think he cleverly started his stopwatch as the round began, so he knows exactly how much time he's got.
Yes, he often does time himself, yes.
It's 10 out of 10 for that single. This is going to be very, very difficult to beat. I just hope that this consistency can continue at the pen. The trial will be over as soon as Ian and Mo put all of these sheep into this pen and close the gate.
On your feet.
Well, they're nice and steady. They're well bunched. They're going slightly uphill towards the open gate. She's got to get right the way round and stop the sheep going down the side. He could have a leader there.
Stand. A wee back. Stand.
The ewe that was looking round. Gently does it. She's going in. She's taking the others with her.
Come by. That's. Lie down.
And there goes the last one in now. And there we are. Now that is going to really take some beating.
That is very, 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 very impressive and a tough act to follow. And every single one of those handlers that's to come knows what a difficult job they've got to do to try and beat him. However, as far as countries are concerned, Scotland were way off the mark with 158 down in fourth. But the comeback is on. Look at that. Look at the scores. I mean, only dropped 1 point on the first fetch. 3 on that drive. Just incredible. 146 out of 150.
Ian, you must be very pleased with that.
I'm pretty pleased, yeah.
That was a fabulous round. I mean, you've just won the international. That could very well win you the singles today.
Well, we'll wait and see. It's very early, but the sheep are tremendous now for some reason, whether it's the rain or whatever, I don't know.
You say that, but there was one that was a bit standoffish, wasn't there?
She was a little naughty, wasn't she?
We were really impressed when we were watching it, how well Mo did with that stroppy sheep.
Yeah, she's more patience than I have.
Complete control, the way that the dog looked at the sheep, said, no, I'm in charge.
Yeah, typical woman.
Does he always work so well?
Usually, yeah, she's pretty good.
Well, do you know how many points he dropped? Have a guess.
No clue.
It was a remarkable round. I mean, it was nearly perfect. You dropped 4 points, 146 out of 150. That is going to be extremely difficult to beat. A great score for Scotland, and as I say, you should be very pleased. And you did it in a very quick round as well, with time to spare. I saw you looking at your stopwatch at one stage. You were really keeping an eye on the time, but good round and a good start to one man and his dog, the singles round. Well done.